Readers out there, if you've been reading books throughout this week, this is something I just started doing last year. I think I read maybe 2 or 3 books last year. This year, I told myself I want to start reading at least 12 books a year. That's one book a month, just to take me off of like I said, I've been through different. I'm 37, so I've been through different decades. When social media came around, it kind of like took over because now you get all these different activities you could do on your phone. All these people you can reach out to, your old homies and stuff. Um, Sports groups, men's group, whatever you got on there on your phone. But it takes away time from actually like sitting down, like reading a book or just chilling, getting off of social media. Because like I said, everybody's life is literally attached to their phone, man. And I'm just trying to find ways to break that. So one thing I decided to start doing is, hey, I can at least read one book a month. That's more than majority of the people in the world. Most people don't even read books. I can ask a random person when the last time they read a book. I done heard ranges from since a kid, meaning 20, 30 years ago, to maybe a couple years ago, but it's very rare from the people I've been around that they actually reading books. So that's just something I picked up on, and I want to start doing more often. And I just want to give y'all my reviews on books. The book I read this week was for this month, for the month of July. I know this is the seventh month. I've read this would be my fourth book, so it's 3 months that I've missed already. But I'll bounce back. I know I'll be able to get in some short books. I've been reading some quite hefty books. I think this one had like close to 300 pages in it, but I was just reading like 20 pages a day, 15 to 20 pages a day. And I finally finished this book really a day before the next month starts. So my book for this month was Set Boundaries, Find Peace. Salute to one of my homies at work, Pac-Man at work. My boy, we got on a little conversation, man, and he told me he had a book. He was telling me about a book that he was reading. I was like, hey, let me read it. And he let me borrow. So thanks for letting me do that, because I said it helps me identify a couple things that I need to change in my life. And I just want to go over a couple of key things that I've read in this book. The four topics I want to talk about. Well, yeah, four topics I want to talk about is setting boundaries with friends, setting boundaries for relationships, setting boundaries at work, and setting boundaries for social media. I just wanted to give out a couple of key parts that I got on. I don't want to explain the whole book or spoil the whole book for the book readers, because I want you to actually go buy this book, support this author, and just get what you can out of the book, man, and attach it to your life. And like I said, I'm not trying to say that nobody's perfect, but you're not going to be able to do all this overnight. You can, it's possible, but it's certain things that you just got to like. Once you start reading it and bringing it to real life, to reality, then you're like, okay, I can make this a part of my life now. So just starting. Well, like I said, when it comes to boundaries, you have to set boundaries with people, especially with friends. I want to give a quick example. I've talked about this on my podcast before. About 5 years ago, I let one of my homies that I was working with at the time, one of my friends at the time, he was working with me. He was moving out of his apartment, and he said that he needed somewhere to stay. And I just got my crib. So I'm like, shit, I'll let you use one of my rooms since we go to the same work or whatever. Just pay your little bread and whatever. And yeah, everything will be cool. He starts slipping up on money, but on top of that, he had a snoring problem. And with this snoring problem, it like where my room and where his room was, he sounds like a fucking polar bear or a grizzly bear. Like it sounded like he was right in my ear with it. So I should have set a boundary before he even came to stay with me. And that was should have been, no, you can't stay with me. I know we cool or whatever, but I don't let nobody stay with me but family members. And he could have respected that, but instead, me being a friend or him claiming to be a friend, I let him stay with me. I started figuring out like picking up little shit that like he was a liar. Um, I didn't set those boundaries, so it put me in a situation where I was missing out on money that could have went towards my bills at the time because my foot was broke at the time. So, like I said, man, it is what it is, man. But I just want to give y'all a quick example on that. Friends. So one of the things they said was asking for help. Set a boundary when friends are asking for help. You should be able to, if somebody comes to you, by, hey, man, could you could you help me move on Friday? if you tell them, hey, I'm not available on Friday, I probably won't be available for the weekend. I'm sorry, bro, I can't help you. They should take that and respect it. Now, if you say, hey, they say, hey, you said you could help me on Friday. Can you help me on Saturday or Sunday? Well, now it's like, look, I've already told you I couldn't help you this weekend, meaning I can't do it on Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. I can't help you, so you might have to go find somebody else. When you set a boundary like that, they gotta respect it. If they don't respect it, then you know that person really ain't your friend. If they can't respect your boundaries, you can't consider people friends because that just means they're going to continue to walk over on you in every chance they get, and that's usually how friendships end. Another one was loaning money. Don't loan money to friends if you know that they're in a position that it's possible that they won't even be able to pay you back. You have to make yourself clear. If you do somehow say, hey, if your boy say, "Hey, let me borrow $100," now, do you plan on paying me back this $100, or do you just need to hold $100? You just ain't got $100. You want my 100, and you think I'm not gonna miss that $100 bill. You got to set boundaries. Hey, I'll let you hold this 100, but I need you to pay it back within 2 weeks. Now, if they come back and they ain't pay you in 2 weeks, and it turns into a month or a couple months, then you know you can't loan that person money. I've had a friend like that as well. He fell on hard times. He asked me for $100. I looked at my account and it was close to payday, and I had a couple of hundreds in there. But it's like, damn, I could hold on to this 100 because I got responsibility. I got a kid. I have kids. I have a family. I could be putting that towards them, but no, I'm gonna let you hold this 100 because you're a friend. And I never seen that money again. He hit me up maybe 5 or 6 months later after the fact that he said he's gonna pay me back in a month. So I set the boundary. You told me you'll pay me back in a month, and you didn't do it. So I can't fuck with you no more. Delete you off social media. You won't reach back out to me. I know what it was. You know you got over on me. Fuck you. It is what it is. So don't lend money to people that you know ain't got a chance at paying you back. Simple as that. Last thing is matching energy. When you have friends, you have to set boundaries. If you got a friend that just comes over just to gossip and talk down on people or tells you their personal problems and they always feel like it just seems like they're always the victim, you have to set that boundary like, look, bro, when you come over here, we talking about business plans, we talking about relationships, we talking about ways to make money. I don't want you coming over here talking about your baby mama problems if you know that you're in the wrong. If you're not spending time with your child, don't come to me acting like you the father of the year or something like that. You feel me? So you have to set boundaries when it comes to matching energy with a friend. If they don't have that positive energy to match yours, if there's just always bad energy, if you get to the point where they call you and you looking at your phone like, no, I don't want to talk to this person, or they texting you, damn, bro, hit me back, like blowing your phone up like a side chick or some shit, then it's time for them to it's time for you to let them go, or you just slowly just back off of them, and they apparently get the picture. So that's all I have for the friends part. The next thing I want to talk about is relationships. When going into a relationship, you should set a boundary. One of the things is a boundary with the calls and texts. What type of person are you in a relationship? If y'all dating each other, is it a boundary? Should I be hitting you up every day? Are you the type that, hey, don't text me every single damn day? Like, can you go a couple days without talking to me if we're working on the relationships? That's a boundary. You have to set that boundary. If they know I want to hear from you every day, if I want to hear from you in the morning, afternoon, night, whatever, it has to be a boundary set. I'm not that type of person. I don't like to text all day. I can call you once. I can text you a couple times, but I'm not about to do this all day, every day. It might burn me out. So you have to look at people's boundaries when it comes to like interacting with the person you're trying to be in a relationship with. Um, with the boundary, because you have to start dating in order to get in a relationship. If y'all dating, are we just having fun? Are we just meeting up, hanging out, going to the movies, kicking it, doing what we do, or are we actually working towards something? If we're working towards something, we need to work on that. I'll require let's go on a date at least once a month. Let's meet up and do dinner or something once a month. Like, you have to set those boundaries. If we just having fun, if you don't need me around all the time and stuff like that, then let it be what it's gonna be. But set that boundary so they can know up front. what are we doing? Are we just being friends, working into something? Or are we actually going to like be on that next level, which is the last step I was saying. Are we dating to marry? What are we doing here? If we just dating and I can go on different dates, you can go on dates. Let us set that straight right now, so we can know that it's okay to go on other dates. Now, if you're dating to marry, then what are your boundaries now? Like, is it a boundary? I want to set this boundary. I don't want to have sex until we get married. That's a boundary. Don't try to cross that boundary. If your little horny ass getting in the bed, trying to flick a little thing every night or rubbing on me and all this shit, then you breaking that boundary. How are we gonna get to where we're gonna be if we set a boundary and we didn't stick to it? So that's just a couple for relationship. The work one was a pretty good one as well. Lunch. When you going on lunch with one of your coworkers, set a boundary. When we go on lunch, for the people that's around me, less. Sometimes we might get caught up in talking about work because it can get frustrating at times. But majority of the time, when we go to lunch, we're not talking about work at all. Once we walk outside that building, we talking about what we gonna talk about. Business, stocks. I got a little stock group. Salute to the homies that we in a little stock group right now. Let's talk about everything but work. We'll talk about work when we go inside them doors, but until then, let's talk about everything outside of that. And that's setting that boundary. We don't want to do no work talk. We don't want to get more frustrated outside of work and go back like mad or something. The other thing is convos to avoid. When it comes to like even like going on lunch or being at work or whatever, when you're around those your coworkers,